What is good, guys? Now, today I'm still on holiday, but I managed to do some work in the morning. So, if you've been watching, you'll know that I am building the first, to my knowledge, fully AI system for launching and testing a product from Calidata. And I've basically finished it today. There's one more agent that I need to build. Everything else is done, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I'll walk you through what I've made. This is a flowchart in Canva, and it just kind of shows the whole architecture of the system. So you start off here. You find a product in Calidata. You just get the product you just get the name of the product, the little description of the product, the problem name, the link, the reviews, the problem the product solves, and the mechanism of the solution. That's what you start off with. And then the first model that you feed that information into is an avatar brainstormer. So this comes up with like 20 potential customer avatars that you could sell this product to, basically, based off the data that you showed it. It then goes on to you personally. So everything that's a square is something that you do. Everything that's a circle is something that AI does. So then you select the best avatar that you want to target based off that. And then you go on Reddit and you look for a bunch of people that are that avatar talking about the problem that the product is trying to solve. So you find the avatar, you find the social media post, you copy the link, you put it in Pavok AI and you scrape like 500 rows of data of people talking about that. Then you feed it to this, which is a deep diver. It will then take the information from the social media scrape and it will do a deep dive on the psychological drivers behind that avatar and outputs a document which has got like top 10 problems faced by these people, biggest deep desire, main pain points, what they actually want, failed solutions they've tried, etc. And it gives you all of that really useful data about that person. It will then output that in an avatar document and then move on to the next AI, which is a copywriter 2.0. This will then take the data from this avatar and the input document, and it will create the features and benefits based off what the avatar wants. It will create ad copy, it will create testimonials, and it will brainstorm some angles that you can test on Meta to try and hit that customer avatar. So once it's got those angles, I will then look at the avatar document and I'll construct a grand slam offer based off Alex Hormozi's book. I've been reading $100 million offers at the moment. Crazy good book. So I'm going to try and construct a grand slam offer based off what I think that avatar would really, really want. So that will be the next step. Obviously it's a square, so I want to do this, not the AI. Then we move on to running the Calo reps test. So we basically just rip the Calo ads and we test it with the ad copy that we made here, just to assess the demand. Because if the market is not there, if there's not the demand for the product, if I don't see a bunch of add to carts, there's no point continuing. So we'll run it with the Calo ads. If there's some good demand, we'll then move on to the next step. Otherwise, we'll cut it and we'll go to the next one. But the great thing about this is, this entire thing, this whole bit here, takes less than 2 minutes because the AI does everything. The only thing I need to do is copy the links to Amazon and put in the product description, find a social media link, and think of an offer. Those are the only things I need to do a test, and the rest takes about 5 minutes. So basically, I've just got to do the product images. That's the only like work that needs to be done. All the copy and really good analysis is just done for me. Anyways, now we got to the exciting bit. If it passes the Calo rip test, we then go on to this. So I will then use the angle brainstormer that it came up with to pick the 3 best angles that I think I want to test. And then I'll like think of the sub avatar for each of those. So for example, if the product was like shapewear, let's say the product was like weight loss supplement, you might think that the 3 angles are going to be, and the avatar is a like middle-aged woman. One of the angles might be, single mums and struggles with dinner time. One of them might be trying to impress your husband. One of them might be trying to stay healthy. So then I would pick the 3 ones that I want to target and the corresponding sub-avatar. And then this will then do a deep dive on each of those sub-avatars, creating the same document that the larger one did. And then it will do a hook generator for each angle and corresponding sub-avatar. So I feed this AI here is really powerful. This one's sick. I've given it a document of like 45 hook templates that I know are really proven. I found this in Scale Code, some random Discord, and they've got some insane knowledge in that server. But one of them was like this document, and it had like a bunch of different pattern interrupt hook templates that normally human beings would look at and try and write a hook for, right? But I've just fed the AI all of that. So it knows how to make a good hook. And it will use the psychological drivers from the sub-avatar deep dive to construct 3 hooks to construct like 40 hooks for every single sub-avatar. I will then pick the hook that I think will work the best for each angle. And then I'll also pick a copyright framework that I want to test. And then the VSL generator will then generate 3 VSLs for every single angle, but keeping the hook the same and keeping the copyright framework the same, because I want to keep those constant so I can just test the angle, basically. And those have all been built. I've built all of those AI models now, and they work extremely well. I'm currently testing a product right now. It passed the validator stage, so I've already made all of the VSLs. I've made 9 VSLs for it, because that was just a byproduct of me making the system. Like, as I was going, I was just testing it with the product that I wanted to test, and it's created 9 extremely powerful VSLs. So obviously I've now got the A-roll sorted. I can make A-roll in literally no time, and because this is a system, it's just rinse and repeat, you know? It's like 2 clicks of a button, and we've got 9 VSLs, and if I do 4 clicks of a button, I've got 18 VSLs, okay? So the A-roll is now overpowered and super easy. Problem is B-roll. So obviously I can just go on Pinterest and like do it the normal way, but I'd quite like to automate that process as well. So I'm currently working on a VO3 prompt generator. I've got a lot of knowledge on how to get VO3 to do what you want, how to make consistent characters, and how to make it output really high quality stuff. So I'm currently building a VO3 whisperer that will generate visual hooks and any part of the A-roll. So the idea is I will feed it 1 sentence from the A-roll. It will then think of what would be good B-roll for that sentence, and then it will prompt VO3 in a very powerful way to create that B-roll. And then that will just feed into a document, and then in editing timeline I should be able to just drag and drop, right? So that is the next step, which I was building last night. I'll probably finish it off today, it won't take too long. But then it's basically clone the voice from Validator, generate voiceover, edit it, and then test. So that right there is my full system, guys. And just to prove that I've actually built these, this is make.com, formerly known as Integromat. You've got the avatar generator, avatar deep diver, copywriter, hook brainstormer, sub-avatar generator, angle generator, VSL generator, VO whisperer, and these all work very well. I can't show you the outputs because I've just used my main products as an example, and I don't want to leak my brand, but I can tell you guys, this is good. So I've just constructed the longest lever ever, right? The leverage I can get from this is unreal. So now, hopefully, my lever is so long that I just got to do a little bit of work like this, and I'm going to get huge results out the other side because of how big this AI lever really is. I can't wait to get started with it. So I've got to go out now. I've got to go to bed, I mean. But tomorrow, I want to continue building this, and hopefully we can get some testing out like later this week with the new AI stuff. So yeah, should be good. If you want to learn how to do this, join my Discord and subscribe if you want me to make it.